Monticello baseball practice here as our spring sports season preview continues. Coy Williams with us, and Coy, I know last year was frustrating, had to be down with the injury. How you feeling right now?
Oh, absolutely great. It's been good to get back on a baseball field. I've missed it so much. Still up in the air on when I'll be able to pitch. Probably if we make a deep run, it'd probably be around there.
Okay,
so
sure.
Is a little unfortunate, but I get to hit still, which is very nice, so I can't complain.
Well, what do you, so in just focusing on being able to hit, what are you focused on that front?
The main thing for me is just showing up every day, putting 100% effort into it, and then go from there, making sure I'm taking good at-bats in the cage, and just productive outs is the big thing for me this year. You know, there's not much I can do on the baseball field this year, but one thing that I can do is hit and be the best at it.
You know, you had a little bit of power towards the end of your sophomore year. Is that starting to show up at all for you?
It is a little bit. I'm hoping it comes back out a little bit this year. I'm not going to lie. Hopefully I can get a few over. That'd be really nice.
That would be. We got to get some of these southern winds early in the season. Yeah,
absolutely.
Get that over.
This is a windy ballpark for sure.
Definitely. You know, and in terms of just your recovery and rehab and everything, how has that gone? I mean, has it been strenuous, you know, and how much are you able to focus on just hitting while your arm heals and those things?
So from day one I started throwing, I've had no problems throwing. I've been able to throw every other day. I'm throwing 3 days a week. No issues at all. With kind of like hitting every day now, it's kind of been a little bit trying to get used to that, just a little more soreness than what I'm used to, but it's been fine. Big thing for me is just get a lift in during the week so I can recover. But it's been going great, and then I'll be back hopefully first bullpen on the mound here soon.
There you go. So what do you like about your team this year?
We were definitely a bunch of goofballs, and I love it. I feel like we know when to lock in, that's for sure, but we like to have a little fun while we're playing, for sure.
Yeah. You know, I really like this team. Coach Jones talked a lot about the inexperience, though. You know, just speak to the juniors under you that may not have gotten as much varsity time in the past, and what do you like about this group?
I just like, we show up every day, we have fun, we lock in when we need to, and we're a very close group of guys, with even like without the experience of being all playing with each other. We're a very close group. Yeah.
Well, Coy, I'm wishing you the best of luck this year. It's good to see you again, brother. Yeah, man. Appreciate you. From Monticello's Wilkie Complex High School baseball practice with Hayden Romano, and back for your senior season. Hayden, how you feeling? How's the team looking?
I'm feeling good. I definitely think our team's looking pretty solid this year. We've got a lot of good younger guys now stepping up to play. We leave a lot of spots to fill, and hopefully it's the same as football, where we came in and we did our job and we came close to beating the team we wanted to beat.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about stepping into a leadership role now as a senior. How do you feel about that?
I think I did a good job during football season of stepping up into the role of a leader. I think it's not anything different from any other day. I'm a pretty loud guy. I'm just fine with fitting into that role, and that's something I've always been a part of, is being a leader, and I definitely feel it'll be a good year for it.
What are you most excited about for the team this year?
Going back to the sectionals, definitely think we have a good chance of doing that, and definitely looking forward to. That's a big goal for us, is to make it out of regional, or win the regional championship, and then we always talk about that every year, of stepping up and getting the job done.
What did you work on most over the summer, and how do you feel that's translating early in the season?
I worked a lot on pitching. After the sectional game, where I didn't look too great, definitely had to build some confidence back and worked back into the pitching, like getting my curveball and everything else back into groove. That's what I worked on at the beginning of practice, is my slider. That's a newer addition this year, and that's what I've been working on through the winter, is pitching and getting my arm ready for the season.
That was a tough one at the super sectional. Do you mind if I ask, what'd you learn from that? What'd you take away from that experience?
I definitely learned that not every game is your game. So, I had a pretty good season going into it. I had one rough game against Central before that, and then I came in there 17 days of rest and realized it's not every day is going to be a great day. So I definitely learned that, and that it's just got to learn from it and go on.
What do you think this team's going to be good at this year?
I definitely think our fielding's where we'll be strong. Hitting looks pretty solid. We got a lot of young guys, like I said, that will step up into the spot to fill our lineup.
Well, Hayden, best of luck this year, man. Can't wait to see you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Good job, man. All right, at the Wilkie Complex in Monticello, Seth Lawrence with Coach Chris Jones on the baseball diamond as practice is underway. And, Coach, I tell you, it's got to be nice to be on the field under really nice conditions today.
Absolutely. March 9th, and in short sleeves and on the field, absolutely.
Kids are getting after it. How are things going the first week of practice?
Good. trying to get some work done, get some of your defensive bun defenses and so forth in, and doing really well, getting a lot of reps, a lot of reps outside. We're able to use the football turf, and then today we're able to get here and get a full practice on the turf here. So
I know it's really almost become the expectation, go deep in the playoffs with your team. You bring back a little bit of the group from last year. How are you feeling about where things are at with the team right now?
You know, we got a really strong junior class. We got really strong leadership in that senior class, even though they're small. We got Coy Williams is coming back. Romano was really good on the mound for us last year. They're coming back. And then we've got 2 starters up the middle with Cole Basak as a junior and this year, and Dawson Gatros. So we got a lot of big holes to fill from last year's senior group, but I'll be excited to see where it ends up into the year.
You know, we saw the last time we saw Coy was in that regional championship game where he had to come on and relieve for Luke Teschke, who's at ISU now. Is he going to be able to throw for you at all this year, or what's going to be kind of his ability after that surgery?
Typically for that surgery, it's about a year. So I think he had the surgery in May, so I'm not expecting him to come back. He's already indicated that, you know, by late May, if he's able, then he'll be there. But we're just right now letting him swing it, and he's swinging it well.
Yeah, he was also a big piece of that lineup in that lineup as well. You know, you mentioned bringing back up the middle. That's really where, if you can get experience up the middle, that's really huge. Howard, Dawson, Cole, the guys they're looking
good. They're a year older, a year stronger. They're moving a lot better up the middle right now, and very excited about what they'll do up the middle for us this year.
How about the pitching this year? I know, again, going back to that, you had Rudolph come on, and he was really that lefty specialist out of the bullpen. But how about your pitching this year? How are you feeling about it?
Well, we got Hayden was a starter for us last year. Hayden's coming back as a starter. Matthias will probably move into that starting role at some point.
Okay.
Get him back in a little bit of shape from being in basketball. And then we've got some other guys that are all right there in the mix, and Forrest Rodden would be one that I could probably give a nod to right away, that he will be in that mix of starters.
Okay.
So we're looking for one more and go from there and see how it pans out.
A guy I was really excited about watching last year was Grant Kiger. How about him and his development and where he's at?
Grant's healthy. He was out here running balls down in the outfield right now and looks really good, really moving like we thought he would move. Swing's coming along, so we'll see how he progresses throughout the year.
How about your lineup depth? Is that going to be a strength for your team this year?
Yeah, you know, it's hard to say right now because we do have quite a bit of inexperience in that lineup. I'm excited about the guys we've got, and only time will tell as we go through and see how they can adjust to the varsity schedule.
Is this a group that plays a lot of baseball in the summer and the fall and those sorts of things?
Yeah, they've been playing together since they were probably 10 years old, maybe a little younger. So they've been together a long time. So, like I said, I'm excited about this group. They're a little inexperienced, so we'll see where we end up by the time the year gets going.
You know, you've dealt with inexperience before. How do you stay patient with a group that has all the potential that this one does?
You just go into every game, you're looking to learn something from it. Some of it you learn that is good, positive. Some of it you learn is like, hey, we can't do this again, and this is the reasons why. But it's all learning as you start off the year, and we'll see where we're at.
I know you're not one to get too high or get too low, and I'm sure that rubs off on the team along the way. What do you like about this group? You mentioned inexperience, but what do you like about them?
Just how much they enjoy. They're baseball players through and through. We've got a big core of baseball players. And they play a lot of it, and they love it. They show up to the park, and they're ready to work.
Very good. Well, Coach, we'll catch you along the way. Appreciate you.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep, awesome.